Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm here today to give you a little talk or speech on the dangers of secondhand smoke in public places and why laws have been passed to ban it. Only a smoke-free place or building shields the non-smoker from the hazards and illness of breathing other people's secondhand smoke from tobacco products. I want to read a quote from the U.S. Surgeon General, Richard Carmona. It says, only a smoke-free public building shields the non-smoker from the hazards of breathing others' tobacco smoke and avoiding the risk of illness. Some 126 million people are exposed to secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke puts people at risk of death, lung cancer, heart disease, and other illnesses. 1 in 5 children are exposed to secondhand smoke in their homes. These children are at risk for SIDS. The SIDS is an acronym for Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, lung infections, ear infections, and also severe asthma. According to a new study published in the September 29, 2009 issue of the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, researchers found that smoking bans can reduce the number of heart attacks by 26% per year. Now that I talked a little bit about the facts and effects of the smoking ban, we're going to explore some of the leading researchers in their statements and findings on the smoking bans. According to David Myers, MD, Professor of Cardiology and Preventive Medicine, the University of Kansas School of Medicine, quote, public smoking ban seems to be tremendously effective in reducing heart attacks and theoretically might also help to prevent lung cancer and emphysema, a disease that develops much more slowly than heart attacks. The cardiac benefits increase with longer ban duration, end of quote. While frequenting or visiting public places or buildings that doesn't have a ban on public smoking, it increases your risk. Let's look at some data about some non-smoking statement reasons as to why there should be bans in place. A survey conducted by the Office for National Statistics in 2008 lists some percentages. I'm not going to read all the percentages, I'll just go over a few. But the number one percentage is why they want to ban smoking in public places is the unpleasant odor, 65%. 45% say they want to ban it for health reasons. 40% said it makes your clothes smell. 20% said it affects their breathing. 15% said it makes them cough. And 15% said it gets in their eyes. Now I know y'all are young, I'm gonna call you young adults, but you're really children. And hopefully none of y'all smoke. But I was a child at one time. I know I experimented before I was of legal age. But your parents, when they take you out to dinner, I mean, they're in control of where they take you to dinner at. But as a child, after hearing this and realizing the risk that breathing secondhand smoke can cause to the body, I would suggest the next time your mother or father or family go out for a family outing, a restaurant, that you say, well, mom or dad, let's sit in the non-smoking section. It really won't, sitting in the non-smoking section, you're still going to breathe just a little bit up because nothing can really control the ban except for frequenting places that have the ban in place. And just to show you how serious public smoking is, Washington State legislatures, they incorporated a law which is entitled RCW 70.160, a state law on smoking in public places. The law prohibits smoking in most public places and workplaces and requires that smoking occurs a sufficient distance from entrances, exits, windows, and air intakes to ensure that smoke does not enter a protected space. And if you violate this law and someone sees you, they can go to the employment law office in King County and fill out a form, a complaint, and you will be investigated, and if it's found guilty, you will be fined. So that's just another measure in letting you know that secondhand smoke really does create health risks. And in closing, I would just like to say, I would agree, and you should agree after listening to some of the effects, that the only way to not run a risk of secondhand smoke is to stay away from places that entertain smoking. In other words, try frequenting or visiting places that have the ban in effect. Thank you for your undivided attention, and God bless.